Hey, what's going on, BU? So I want to talk to you guys about one of the greatest experiences that I had in 2016, and that was actually personally flying to the Indianapolis conference in Indianapolis, Indiana. I've got this here, and on my paper, one of my goals was to get my commercial certificate, my commercial pilot license or commercial pilot certificate, and so one of the requirements for that was to fly a straight from point A to point B at least 250 miles.
What up? We're gonna go see Eric Thomas today. We're gonna be flying there about 500 nautical miles. It's gonna take us about 5 hours. It's 7 in the morning. About to head out, get to the spot. So
I actually flew this really small airplane. It's a Cessna 150, that's the model. And so I flew this Cessna 150 from Omaha all the way to Indianapolis just to see E.T. for the first time.
En route right now to Indianapolis. We are going to the Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher conference, and it's going to be awesome. Currently I'm at 5,000 feet right now. I'm going eastbound. I'm out of Omaha, Nebraska. Flying at 5,000 feet. You can see the view here. Pretty awesome. Look at that tire.
And it was a phenomenal experience. I got to meet Carl, I got to meet CJ, I got to meet a couple of other BU members. I was so pumped that, I was asking everybody, I was like, hey, how's it going? Are you part of BU? Have you ever thought about joining BU? I've been in BU for the last month and a half, and I'm a pilot, and you're not gonna believe this, but I actually flew myself from Omaha all the way to Indianapolis. The whole flight actually took about 6 hours to get there, and it took me about 4 hours to get back. It was a total of 1,000 miles of nautical miles, straight 10 hours of flying. And keep in mind that this airplane does not have an autopilot. It is just straight hand flying, just straight skill. 5 hours of just looking at your instruments, checking your oil pressure, checking your oil temperatures, checking your fuel, making sure that your engine has been leaned out so that you can use the least amount of fuel as possible at a higher altitude. And so, I was just straight up going full beast mode, in this airplane, flying, and I was just taking a couple of videos.
To pursue what my true passion was, which was flying. I never really thought I could do it. I failed math twice, once in high school, once in college, 2.6 GPA. Definitely didn't have any scholarships. Didn't have an impressive ACT score until I started to learn that if you have the will to succeed, you're unstoppable. So that's what I decided to do, and here I am now working on my commercial flight certificate. Hopefully gonna fly for an airline. I'm looking into learning more about finance and investing, and going that route, being an entrepreneur, not only an employee for someone, but being your own boss and doing your own thing and making as much money as you can possibly make. Not because I love money, but because I want to achieve financial freedom, and I have a lot of goals. So anyways, that's a little bit about myself.
The airplane's really loud, but man, it was super exciting. I finally got there. I couldn't land at the international airport at Indianapolis. It's just way too big. I believe there are some landing fees, but I found a different general aviation airport about like 10 to 15 miles away from the actual hotel. And so I landed there. There aren't any fees to land there, and obviously I needed to get more fuel, and I needed to leave the airplane there overnight because I wasn't going to fly 5 hours, go to the conference, and then try to fly back at night. I just didn't feel comfortable, especially me having already flown about 5 hours and just being pumped and maybe being tired. So I decided, I'll just stay at a hotel, get some rest, wake up early in the morning, and just take off again and go back home. So that was amazing.
Going back home from the Indianapolis conference, just wanted to share some insight. And in my case, I've been taking action. I've been learning how to fly. I've been becoming more so a professional, a master, and it's a continuous learning process when it comes to learning anything really. But was mastering my craft. One of the things that I was hearing, because I would tell them that I flew here, was they asked me if I was afraid, and I was like, afraid? I was like, when you master your craft, I mean, when you're a beast at what you do, you're not afraid because you're not scared of failure because you already know what you're doing. And I think it's just like if you're a motivational speaker or a professional or whatever you do, you're not scared of what you do if you're a master at it. So I'll show you my view here. It's pretty sweet. I'm only flying at about 4,000 feet, but it'll be about a 4-hour flight back, and then it's back to get on the grind.
It was phenomenal. Just meeting everybody in person. It's not the same. Watching E on a YouTube video is not the same as watching him in person. The passion that he has, he is going 120 when he's talking, and you can see that he's talking from the bottom of his heart. And the same thing, everybody's doing recording. Ken and Carl, they're doing their thing in the back with the audio and the speakers and the PowerPoint. And you see all these other employees from ETA, selling shirts and making sure that people are getting checked in properly. And man, it was just amazing. I was really pumped just because of what he said. I wrote down some notes, but I just want to share you guys one of the milestones that I had within BU and within my journey of being motivated by ETA and everybody in ETA. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I want to thank ETA and BU, and especially the people who are in the Blueprint to Go in Viral group, Ken and Carl, and the different people who are in the group within BU, who are all keeping me accountable and motivating me to become a better public speaker and to become a better person overall in every aspect of life. So anyways, hopefully you guys have a great week and stay grinding. All right, see ya.